All right, a very wonderful and beautiful good morning to you, beautiful listeners of Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM, the People's Station in the capital city of Mina, Niger State. And top of the morning to you from wherever it is you are listening to this voice this morning. My name is Sani Abdullah Bile OG, aka Captain Dogo of your very radio waves, and I would be your rider on your favorite and wonderful breakfast show that is the Global Review today, the 24th day in the month of June 2026, and I already have Mr. Pryor and IG in the studio this morning. Yes, good morning this morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Billy. Good morning, IG, and good morning to beautiful listeners out there. Thank you very much for always staying right here with us.
Good morning, Mr. Pryor and Mr. Ibile. Good morning, dear listener, and welcome to the program.
Yes. All right, so gentlemen, we have been having a whole lot of tensions in the country these past few weeks. So I think let's bring it down a little bit and go listen to this very wonderful music. Let's start with this particular music first, then before we go into the matters at hand. Yeah, can we do that real quick? Yes.
Big heatings from Arewa to the world. They said we should keep quiet, but silence they kill us more. June 10, Los Angeles light. David wear jacket for night. Bring them home written bold. Names of children with them hold. Ra shout, Barik, shake. Say we despoil Nigeria, but how we go hide the pain when blood they flow like rain? Davido, should we talk or should we hide? Davido, 54 hearts they cry inside. If speaking truth now embarrassment, then let shame fall on me. Nigeria children deserve life. No silence and secrecy. Is it politics? Your uncle de Tinubu task. Davido replying house at tongue. If you get sense, we got reason. Cause she got Titainka, but children still they bush. Silence not policy. Our conscience done dust. From Sahara to Atlantic shores, every flag oh we adore. If we no talk for those with us, then waiting be our motto. Unity no mean we must lie. Peace no mean we close eye. Baby, let the world hear our cry. Big heatings, speak up for the voiceless. We are one.
Yes, gentlemen.
Yes, we are one.
Yes.
We are one.
And we need solidarity. So this is our own dedication, is solidarity. Yes, this is democracy. And when you see something going wrong, you have to speak out.
Absolutely.
Since the video have shown something, it's not that as if it's bullying the government, but
At
there
all.
is something is wrong, and that needs all hands to be on deck.
Yeah.
The video has spoken, and we need solidarity to amplify the voice. The likes of Rara, who have been hypocritical in terms of their songs and some of the things they do because they believe they are doing well. They don't want to speak truth to power or even advise those politicians they are very close to, who are at the aim of affairs. Probably the politician could have been so overwhelmed, but we need a reminder. That is what the whole life is.
Exactly.
If our scripture books are all about reminders. If you look at the Bible, if you look at the Quran, these are some of the experience what happens to our angels, prophets and other people who lived before us, and God keeps reminding us so that it will be as a guidance principle for us. So we are dedicating, we are showing our own side of solidarity, and that's why we begin in this note.
Yes,
Exactly.
we are showing our solidarity with Davido for speaking on our behalf instead of hypocrites who say we should not speak. And I think Davido has really, should I say, put the name of the northern Nigeria into a kind of spotlight, but not a good one, because for quite some times now, people from the south, are seeing us that we really don't care about the insecurity in the north. We don't care. It's happening, and we can't speak. We can't do anything. That they should leave us. That's how we want to live our lives. And then suddenly this one comes up with his own. Then people will think, oh, that's exactly what is happening. But thank God, the north spoke against him, and the south have also, has also followed in tune with what the north has been saying. So now that this insecurity is everywhere, you cannot be in the south and think we in the north are not conscious of the state of insecurity we find ourselves in. Rarara is not he's not a good diplomat for northern Nigeria. He has never been.
He's not a good ambassador.
He's not a good ambassador for northern Nigeria. Before, I used to think that, we don't have protest songs from the north. Yeah, everybody just singing, and then probably some hypocritical songs for politicians so they can get money. But protest song that talks about the government, that asks the government to take care of its responsibility. I think we have few of them. But if you go to south, there are many songs that we can sing. That some of us in secondary school we can see many of these songs, like Africa and China and all these guys. Even what do you call it? Idris Abdul Karim and the rest. We've seen their songs. All these songs were protest songs about the bad governance in Nigeria. But in the north, we have been accused of not doing that. And then suddenly somebody, a hypocrite, a mullah, is coming to say people should not talk about what is happening in this country. God forbid.
And that's why that's why you see in the south there, their government never go to sleep, because there are people that always call them to order. It's not that is wrong. If you're a leader, nothing wrong. Just day before yesterday, there are gathered people, men and women, together to recite Quran. And I begin to doubt his, level of the Islamic knowledge, the Islamic teaching. This is Islam. You don't play with God. This is Quran, holy, glorious Quran. They recited glorious Quran many times, but in Islam, there are the way they do things. You don't bring men and women together in a place.
One place.
Yes, the only place you can see that is when you go to Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
It's a different ball game entirely. But in a story like this, you don't bring them together to put them together, say I'm reciting Quran. And is it when they will challenge you that you didn't speak, and now you suddenly remember that you have to speak for
Mr. Paya, he is still trying to avoid criticizing the government to do the right thing. That's why he because he's trying to do a PR stunt, trying to waterwash what is happening against him. So he's now going into prayer.
I don't know where he got those other. The last time we had that type of prayers was during Abacha, and you know what came after that prayers.
Now, we also had prayers, during Goodluck Jonathan, the Switch spending billions of naira.
Not really coming together like that. During Abacha, they share, even my Islam here, we took part in that. They share it across all this, Islamia and even churches in the country for people to pray. And after the prayers, you see what came out of it.
Yeah, but what I'm even saying now is, it's prayer. You are still running away from criticizing the government. So we've seen your hypocrisy. You cannot hide from your hypocrisy. Prayer. Prayer.
Everyone. Yes.
All right, but again, IG, for listeners' information, we've had prominent northern musicians of the older generation who had used their music to criticize the government. Yeah, the likes of Alhaji Dr. Mamun Shatta, the likes of Damaraya Jos, the likes of Garba Super, the likes of Ibrahim Naabu. These are men who have actually used their music, to criticize government, to hold government accountable. Yeah. But now we are now seeing a new generation who prefer to use their popularity and their celebrity status to instead get favor from the government, instead of standing with the people who actually gave you that fame. Because if not for the people who are downloading your music, who are downloading your movies, you would never get to that stardom that you are in today. And if these people are now inside this kind of predicament today, who is now going to watch your movie? Who will have time to listen to your music?
These heroes you've called in the musical industry in the northern part of the country, their songs is more or less a sermon. They are singing as if they are preaching sermons.
Yeah.
Mariah just Shatta, Super, Girl Super. All is their songs. It's meaningful. It's having a direction, and it makes the leaders to always suit up. So the reason why we are saying this thing is not to destroy your character or defame you or whatever, but we are saying that the right thing should be done. Nobody is infallible. We are all human beings. Mistakes is one of the attributes of human being. Only God that is perfect. So for the point, the very point you begin to think you are perfect, then you should understand that you are getting it wrong. We are not perfect, and that is why we need to remind her. And whosoever is going to remind you, it might not be suitable, palatable to you, but if you go and take deep into it, you know that yes, you have actually been well advised. Look at what I have said. When there is an issue in the country, when he took over with a lot of expectation, people begin to lose confidence in Buhari. And one of the moments you have to just suppose or explain for reason why we are finding ourselves in economic hardship, even when they feel is a messiah, he's supposed to come and free people from the shackles of poverty and the economic situation. He said, if your mother's got an accident and she have her leg broken, if you want to repair that leg, if they are trying to give her first aid or try to fix the leg, do you do that while she's smiling? She have to be crying now, and that cry is the best thing. You have to hold her. Well, even when she's crying, you make sure you touch off the leg to fix it. So that is the situation we have found ourselves. But if a leader, as a leader, you have to put yourself in that shoe. Anybody who must tell you the truth, it must be painful. But at the end, if you adhere to the advice, it will be for greater benefit for you.
Exactly. All right, and away from that, let's go to some stories on the People's Daily. As we have alleged wiretapping El-Rufai to file no case submission as DSS closes case. Yes, court declines request to ease bail condition and case adjourned to September 22.
September again.
But again, we saw Deja Adeyoju yesterday also standing in the witness box, saying that attesting to the fact that El-Rufai actually said in a video that he wiretapped the NSA. But again, when we are looking at what happened even in our own very darling Niger State, where the governor himself actually said something on video
against
this particular radio station, and also went on later to say no case. He didn't say it. So are we now seeing a repeat of this same scenario now in El-Rufai's issue?
So you see, in Badeggi radio's case, which witness did they even call? At least Badeggi was invited. Yes, and
the clip of El-Rufai was played.
El-Rufai was not denying that he didn't say so. That's not the case. El-Rufai is fighting for. Yeah, he said it. He admitted it. He's a good leader. Understand? So he cannot say one thing. While you are caught red-handed on a videotape, and then you are now coming again to say no, I didn't say. El-Rufai cannot do that. El-Rufai did not say. He did not say that. Or that's what I'm saying now. But in our own case, I didn't say so. Despite video evidence. So Adeyanju was also called to come and testify. Yeah, Adeyanju will say yes, he said it because I was there. And the guy said it's everywhere. Even this case too is everywhere. But who owns the judges?
Oh, that's another big question.
All right, Mr. Pai, I don't have anything to add on that one.
No. Though they said we don't have case, and Baba in his magnanimity asked our lawyer to discontinue the case because people contemplating appealing the case, and Baba said, why should you appeal? The greatest appeal is God, and He's watching, and by the time you believe in God, then you are safe.
You are safe, yeah.
So that is what we are relying on now.
All right, we are relying on that, and we'll be keeping our fingers crossed as that particular drama unfolds in the court. Also over here we have former ex-Kebbi APC chairman Bese dies in bandits captivity.
The second person, right?
Yes, the second person. Yes, former chairman of the Kebbi State chapter of the APC, Alhaji Muhammad Bese, has died in bandits captivity. You will recall that he was abducted earlier in June. And this was disclosed on Tuesday in a post by Bakatsine, a journalist who reports on conflict and insecurity in Nigeria's northwest region. So another second person has died. Also, where's that one again? Okay, we have bandits kidnap wife and son of APC chairman in Kebbi State also.
This is the present chairman.
The present chairman of Yauri local government area in Kebbi State, Alhaji Yusuf Al Hassan, as gunmen stormed his house in the locust area of Yauri around 1:12 a.m. and whisked the victims away to an unknown destination. Now, Mr. Apaya, IG, we are now seeing situations where it seems it is now leaving not only the masses now. We are now seeing political office holders, elites now also being, targeted now. So do you think this is going to bring more seriousness into the fight against terrorism? Or we are still going to see the lackadaisical attitude of the government towards this?
Yeah, that's why it's very good when you see a problem looming, you take proactive measures. And even you took a precautionary measures, precautionary measure, and if it has come, then you'll be proactive so that it don't escalate, because nobody have monopoly over violence. Nobody have monopoly over security. If you think today you are a senator, you are a member House of Representative, you are a governor, you are a minister, you are whatever, you have the police, the soldiers who will protect you with a very sophisticated weapon, and you have bulletproof car to enter. It's a town bound. It's a tenure thing. Once the tenure elapses, you become ordinary. How many governors who just leave power today, who did not have their way into another position, either senator or being into the corridor of power, are now vulnerable in terms of security. You see, governors today they are more ordinary than even the ordinary citizens in terms of protection, because some certain things you can do to protect yourself. So by the time you have opportunity to fix things and you refuse to fix, there is a karma, because the world, as the world revolves, so also the life revolves. It's turning around. It's dynamic. The dynamics of life will chase you tomorrow if you fail. So these people now, if despite the fact that they are APC, they understand the insecurity of the country, but you can see the conspiracy of silence. Even during President Muhammadu Buhari, when he was APC, when things started getting wrong, you see people from the APC coming to even, criticize the government. El Rufai, who is in custody today, there was a time he did a critique about Buhari's government, and when they were lambasting him, when he providing an explanation to that regard, he said he approached the president to tell him some of the ills in their government and how Nigerians are on daily basis getting disappointed despite all the confident assurance that they are going to get Suko.
I remember that.
Yes. Buhari now asks him to go and do a critique. There's difference between critique and critique. He asked him to go and do critique of the government, to go and write the black and white of the government so that they can strike the balance. We did. And we saw a write-up where LFI in some cases condemned the policies and programs of the government. To the extent that issue of insecurity, he advised the president, that bush in Binongwari that straight to Zamfara, that one that is now causing the whole problem in the north central and northwest. He said the best thing to do is to entirely bomb the bush entirely. They should set bomb and bomb the bush. And they said no, there's going to be future, consequences. The land degradation is going to affect the same. What land degradation? Of what benefit that you now keep that fertile land and you have criminals hibernating in the bush, killing people who come and develop the land and other places. So he advised that they should demolish the place. So he did a critique of the government at that time, but why are we not seeing the same thing now? So it's unfortunate.
If you take a look at what is happening already, it is shifting from kidnapping people in the rural areas, very typical rural areas. They're now moving closer to local government areas, local government headquarters, and now it's moving. So it means they are these individuals, these terrorists and kidnappers, they are now emboldened by the lack of government mighty force to tackle them. So gradually confidence is building against with these people. So and the earlier the government, take action, proactive action, the better. Because when we are responding, that's how we are not going to end this banditry and terrorism if we are going to continue to respond this way. For example, these ones have been attacked. We have to go and rescue them. Tomorrow, this one have been children have been picked up. We have to go and negotiate. We'll fight them to kidnap them. Responding this way, it will continue to go this way, and God knows when we can do this. Until we take the fight fully to them. Let's Nigeria assume that we are in deep war, a serious war. Maybe that's when we will now realize that yes, we are in deep trouble. Because but for now, if you have to be reactive, then there will be a problem. And let me tell you, we saw the picture cache of weapons of these individuals. They are now having sophisticated weapons. What I'm scared of is this: by the time they now started having access to drones.
They already having access to drones.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
the
drones they have, as in weaponized drones.
Okay.
Drones that they can control with weapons, mount weapon on them, and then control them, move them to certain area targets that they want. They will no longer stay in the rural area. They will now start moving, come into the even state capitals, and then do whatever, because they can lock it up in a bag, and they'll come to town, get a flat land, drive it, and then move it to a very dangerous place. Understand what I'm saying? So if we don't cut it in the bud right now, it will get to a place where they are going to have more sophisticated technology which they can be used. So they don't even need to come with their armies of 200 bikes to come to town or to come to the city to carry out their nefarious activities. So 1 or 2 individuals can come into the town with whatever they have in their bags and then commit atrocity. So we are sleeping. As far as I'm concerned, we are not really doing anything about it.
Maybe I think some of these ills that Gimba have just highlighted, some of those reasons that Peter Obi is calling for the president to resign. He have said, I think we have a clip to that effect where he is calling on the president to resign. Let's listen to it.
All right.
Seriously. They have serious weapons. We're in trouble.
We are in serious trouble. A very, very serious trouble.
Black market is there. They can get it. It's easy.
Very, very
people
easy.
that receive their whatever weapons through
candidate Peter Obi yesterday urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take a cue from British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and step down from office, arguing that the current administration has failed to meet Nigerians' expectations amid worsening economic and social conditions. But the presidency swiftly dismissed Obi's remarks, describing the call for Tinubu's resignation as childish, misplaced, and undemocratic, insisting that the president was elected through a constitutional process and will continue to pursue his mandate while addressing the country's economic and governance challenges. The heated exchange took place as UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer yesterday stepped down as leader of the governing Labour Party.
Oh, you are childish. So, look, guys, was the APC also childish when they were calling for Jonathan's resignation? Because let's do it 1-1. No cheating. Balenciaga. Was the APC also childish when they were calling for Jonathan's resignation? Because all the things they said Jonathan should resign for, it has happened under them too. Today, I'm sure my big guy here, Dr. Abati, is just smiling in his mind. He's vindicated because that time, hey, they attacked you. I felt for you that period. There's nothing they did say about you. There's nothing they did right. Well, look at them. It's happening under their government today. Is it only resign that Obi say that they are saying is childish? This was the same APC that said they will call for a parallel government if they don't win the election. You know what parallel government is? Anarchy. They said it, APC. They will call for a parallel. They didn't only say it. They want to defend it on television because they don't win the election. The other day, Patutomi called for shadow government. They've gone to court. They said it. If we don't win this election, parallel government, hit up the policy. So Obi said, oh, they should resign because they are not there. They say it's puerile. Speaking big grammar, puerile. Let me tell them what is puerile this morning. What is puerile? It's a government that has not reacted to the killing of the people in Woro. That's what is puerile. It's a government that has not told us who ordered the military to leave KB before the girls were abducted. That's what is puerile. Oh, I will tell them what is puerile this morning. What is puerile is the kids that are abducted in the bush in Borno and Ibadan. That's what is very puerile to me. You know why it's puerile? Because the government is supposed to have monopoly of violence. And when the government cannot show its monopoly of violence, it is puerile to me. What is puerile is the farmers that are being killed in Bokos again. Bokos is one of the food baskets of this country. Bokos churns out a lot of potatoes and other crops. That's what is puerile. What is puerile to me is the bomb that went off in Mushi, and we are saying don't worry about it. I will worry, because it could have been you or I. Everybody, you and I, everybody go to Mushi to go and get good deals. We could have been shopping in the market then and the bomb went off. This thing has come close to home and you say I should not worry. Why your investigation? Where are those that planted the bomb? Have you showed me the people? And you're telling me somebody says, so you are calling somebody puerile. That is what is puerile as far as I'm concerned. What is puerile is the suffering of a lot of Nigerians. This is not puerile and childish for a country that has so much resource and people are suffering this much. And the people are in pain and in penury. For me, that is what is puerile. So now, it's so quick to call somebody puerile because they call for resignation. But when we were calling for Jonathan's resignation at that time, it was not puerile. May God help us. And for those that are trying, you know, when they try to reinvent the wheel in these their press statements, they write all sorts of jargons. They say, fixed 4-year term. Can you imagine? But these people know that Nixon resigned because of Watergate. No, he should have stayed there. A part of his select writing, he forgets that there's also a clause for impeachment there. No, so there's no impeachment. So if somebody gets impeached within that 4-year term, he will stay on because it's a fixed 4-year term. The same people that fought all the nonsense the military did, the same people that upheld democratic value, are the ones that turn it on his head because he favors them.
All right, Dr. Bati.
Okay, I have a slightly different opinion with the opinion expressed by Mr. Peter Obi, the NDC presidential candidate, trying to say that with Kestama having resigned over questions about accountability, loss of popularity, confidence, and all of that, leadership failure, he also said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should follow that example and also resign. My argument is that in theory, yes, you can talk about responsibility, accountability, and responsibility, but we're in the province of pragmatic politics, pragmatism in politics, and difference in systems. In terms of difference in political cultures, the political culture that we have here in Nigeria is not the same that they have in Britain. Here, the Nigerian president is a monarch. We're running a presidential system that makes him a monarch. And that is why, as you have seen, across the country, the panegyric on your mandate will stand is almost replacing the national anthem in the reckoning of APC supporters. I've been in the corridors of power. I've seen governors. I've seen ministers. I've seen otherwise important people kneeling down in front of the Nigerian president and crawling on all fours. And that has been the case since 1960. But in the case of President Jonathan, he will tell people, please stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. I'm a human being. I'm not, more than a human being. But that is Nigeria's political culture. So here in Nigeria, you are not likely to find the kind of situation that you found yesterday in the United Kingdom. I made the point yesterday, and I repeat it again, that such factors as ethnicity, religion, divisiveness, and sycophancy will have made it impossible for a president of Nigeria to come forward and say, I want to resign from my position. How many persons have resigned from the National Assembly, despite the fact that they have a lot of questions to answer there? How many ministers have taken the courage, summoned the courage to just walk away? So the political culture is different. The system is different. And the question to ask is, would Mr. Peter Obi himself, were he to be in the same circumstances, will he just resign? No, he will not. Indigbo will come, to be specific, and say, you are not there on your own, no. You are representing us. It's paid propagandists in the media. We also say, no, we don't think that this is the right thing to do, doing their work as agents of a politician. Other people, particularly the obedience, the party that it belongs to, will tell him that you cannot resign. This is Nigeria. It belongs to all of us. Whether you are popular or not, we will do it together. So I see in Mr. Peter Obi's statement a tinge of populism. So it's just a populist thing. And Mr. Peter Obi himself knows that if he were to become president of Nigeria, he's not going to resign because some people in Lagos or in Osogbo say he's no longer popular. We are not happy with him. Or another opposition party is saying, I'm the Nigel Farage of Nigeria. This is reform Nigeria. We don't want this again. So that's that about it.
So real quick, Mr. Pa, before you comment, monopoly of violence. In political philosophy and sociology, this concept is known as the monopoly on the legitimate use of physical force. Now, a state who does not have this monopoly of violence, why the state owns the monopoly of violence is to prevent chaos, establish rule of law, and enforce justice. Now these are why you must own a monopoly of violence. Now if you are weak, when a state loses its monopoly of violence, that is the government who is supposed to have the only monopoly, because you've been talking about monopoly of violence, nobody has it, but the government, the state, has to have the monopoly of violence. And if it loses this, it undergoes political fragmentation, state decay, and widespread insecurity. And we have a rise of parallel authorities, armed groups, alternative taxation, vigilantism, everything that we are now seeing currently in Nigeria. A breakdown of law and order.
It's this monopoly of violence. Remember, that say nobody have monopoly of violence.
Yes.
You believe in oneness of God.
Yes, exactly.
But they will tell you, after God, who next? Government.
Government, yes.
After God.
It's government.
So you know God doesn't have monopoly. Has monopoly.
Yes.
Government equally have monopoly. So when we say no, they have monopoly of violence. You don't bring government into it. Government is an independent entity that can never be compared with. That is by the way. I have a divergent views to what Awub and Abati said.
Yes.
One of those hypocrisy he talked about, without due respect, I'm not here to slander any person. We are having it from the media angle, particularly from the southern media. Whether you like it or not, they have a very amplifying voice in the country today. If southern media put something forward, they may see an end of it. They want to see an end of it. That thing must come down. They have not actually invested more in the media. And that is why if you are bringing any innovation into media in the north, they look at you as somebody who is against the government, who is out, doing something differently entirely. But gradually we are coming. Now, he said that Peter Obi's is not in tune with what Peter Obi is saying, because he said if Peter Obi was been to that position, he would do the same, act the same thing, because we don't have that culture. Who tell you we don't have that culture? Have the southern media forgotten what they do to Ibrahim Babangida? When the pressure was much and he felt the destiny of the country is far above his own, whatever he thinks for the country, he stepped aside and bring in a Yoruba person for peace to reign. It was as a result of pressure. So we have that culture, if you don't know. Another, clear example that has been exhibited of that culture of pressure that can turn things around is one President Goodluck Jonathan. When Nigerians troop into the streets to protest against subsidy removal, Goodluck Jonathan listened to Nigerians because the pressure was much. Again, in that same vein, when pressure was too much on Let El Adua government that was being championed by Buhari, Atiku, and others who trooped into the street. Buhari, yes, and some of them, you understand?
Tinubu too was
Tinubu,
amongst them.
yes.
Yes.
Didn't they bring a legislation to make the vice president to take over? Didn't President Goodluck Jonathan take over before the demise of Eradua? Was not as a result of pressure. So after that, where are those voices? Why did they go to sleep? If we have continued in that trajectory, if we have continued in that spirit, we wouldn't have gotten to this mess. And even now, those people who make that amplifying voice are still live and alive. Where is the light of Wole Soyinka, who too is writing? You understand? He is a novel, a prolific writer and a novel that the whole world listen to him. Now Davido, a young boy coming up as a young musician. Look at what he did. He has an opportunity in a global platform. He amplified that voice. When somebody came to, from the north, somebody come with justice issue of religion and that sentiment, tribal sentiment, and the north were the people who bombarded more than any other person. So much so that they came up with a song to appreciate the video. So that spirit is there. We have that culture. It's not that hypocrisy does not allow us to carry out. Why? Because if you feel your own is better today, you don't care about your brother. There, that spirit of brotherhood is no more there. Even your own people in the north, the government now, people that you bring help to power. Once they get into power, the next thing they look after is their self, their immediate family. What you do, it's not their concern, and that is more reason why you see the way they dash money, public resources is being given out to people anyhow, leaving the large chunk of problem. A problem that have a allocation, you forget about it. You have issue of water. You do budget, you budget money for water. You do budget for electricity, for road. But that money will be diverted to do personal things. And nobody say, nobody question, nobody protest. And that is why we are where we are today. That's my own thinking.
I think on the monopoly of violence, that's what I said a while ago. That the government need to show force. Show these people that we have the force. And beat them hands down. By the time they hear a helicopter, roaring in air, they should start scampering. But by the time you hear a government helicopter coming or government troops coming with their motorcade, and you are not even having the guts to face them, and you want to exchange fire, it means you have not overpowered them. They have probably overpowered you. That's why we see government cars being seized by them, kills military, use their uniform. The cars that they cannot pick, they burn them, cut away with all the military arms in them. So the government is showing weakness as far as reality is concerned. Let's talk the facts.
And if you will be calling them to resign, it's not a bad thing because they have that.
Okay.
They too have done to others.
I am 100% in support of asking your leader to resign if he's not performing well. Yes. It's a constitutional right to do that. So, with Nigerian government has not shown real force to these bandits. But I think we have seen the real force within the cities.
All right. I think we have Baba on the line this morning. Ekubela Jim Baba.
Hello.
Ekubela Jim Baba. Can you hear your host, Baba?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning this morning, Baba.
How are you? How are you?
Very fine, thank you, Baba. How are you too?
True. Jumba is busy trying to make a point.
Say, Baba.
Jumba,
Oh boy.
Baba, you know, say Gimba still there on the infantile radicalism, Baba.
What's up?
Jumba,
See,
Can
Baba.
Jumba shut up?
Oh yeah, Baba, say me shut up, Gimba.
I have already.
Don't shut up. Make you carry on.
Talk now, Baba.
Now, for now.
So, Baba, it is disheartening, Baba.
Are you two supporting the call for resignation where you feel failure has been noticed?
Can I talk? Can I talk to you people?
Go ahead,
Go
Baba,
ahead.
please do. We are with you, Baba.
Can I now talk?
Go ahead,
ahead.
Baba. Go ahead.
Can I talk?
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Baba.
Yes, Baba.
You have the floor.
100, over 100, Baba.
I want to yarn.
Yan.
Can I talk?
Talk.
Talk.
Baba, abi mo ku borrow those aluta spirit ne.
You see, what I want you to understand, and you better listen carefully.
Yes, sir.
We are with you, Baba.
Hello. Hello.
You see, the reason why we're in.
Are we having a connection issue?
It's not showing any connection problem here.
Baba, are you with us?
The reason why we're in a mess is because the leadership quality. You have taken it into tribal. The leadership is replicated in the tribal jingoism. It's a jingoism of tribe, and if it's tribe, no matter how bad it is, the tribe will run around its tribe and say nothing is chance. So long it's your chance, you continue to suffer. Inability to control the situation.
Hello.
I think
Hello, are you there?
we have to reconnect with Baba.
I don't know why this.
This time around, I don't know.
Let's.
Since Malaysian network is not connecting.
Abi na the
It can't fit be our Elon
You
Musk.
know, fit be our own.
It can't fit be the Elon Musk.
because it's not they are not from the Middle East. Hello.
Papa,
Yes, sir.
are you listening to me?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Now, what I'm saying is that so long you have the tribal as fundamentals of the leadership, it's my turn. You are dividing the country into tribals of the north and south. And then this problem started from the fact that let's push leadership to the south, let's push it. Babangida did it. And that's why he brought Adiola, and Adiola could not be, his own colleagues in the military did not accept Adiola as a president. And annulled the best election ever in Nigeria. If you open democracy for people, let everybody come and contest, whoever wins, you follow him, it will be better. But so long you have now divided Nigeria to the north and south, the economy, it is a thousand chance. That's how you destroy that. Nigeria has already been destroyed. The political concept of the north versus south have destroyed the country. We're only waiting for the time that we are going to have a referendum and say, let everybody find his level. That's why I'm looking at it. It's scientific. Babangida has already made that great mistake of saying that the leadership will be pushed to the south at all costs. Who tell you that if you give it to them, they can manage it? And who tell you that they have the numbers? They don't. Because it's mathematics of numbers. The south don't have the numbers. Even Tinubu have 2 million from the south, I have 6 million from the north. Why should they not be destroyed? The north must be destroyed. The north must be one way or the other destroyed by those who have vested interest in Nigeria. The north must be weakened. They must support the terrorism and the Fulani hegemony that is going on. If you want the truth, this is the truth. If you allow democracy to run, and you are not bringing the matter of north versus south cacophony. It's a cacophony. Power shift is cacophony. And power shift is devilish. You are not bringing stability, you are bringing instability. The instability is already there. Whether you like it or not, Nigeria has already been destroyed. The little that kept it together will soon snap. And if it snaps, it is going to snap to 2027 election. Because the election is becoming conclusive. The way we are going, because they are going to buy vote, they are going to force people, they are going to kill people, then they are going to They will check results and then they want to announce results and then try to start from there and eventually you have what's happening in Sudan. There is no taken. We are going to become another Sudan. You know what's happening in Sudan now? If you believe that your purpose of being government is carry money out, pack dollars, and take it abroad to keep, you are in trouble. And that's what is happening. The government will dash somebody to 50 million because they are into a machine. They are mayor. And Berkuda machine, camera, back at 250 million. Don't you know about one about the last year, you know, I was like, Kaba, one Chaba, about Makaran Tobacco. A mother can't look at million and you putting an Uma, why back on the equal? Say that in came in, put in Chicago, you can look at the Zuba. So I want to say, so long when I was only about the Toron Allah, but because from which I need Kalakawa, when I come with the alumni, wash as a take some Kawan in the table of Boya. So, one the Kakewa, the boy, Maka, one night, but he back up. Kwashukunika Kay, to buy Kwashukunika Kay, Indian, Book Kay, Turkey, Book Kay, when you get the wire, which came out of the wire, or lashy back of the wire. Come back to back up. In case you want to watch it to look at Shai, you can go my Shai, take a kind of hotel, come to Sukashika. But I can't tell you, one chance. One chance, woman, I think about it. When she is going to away power, she will be said, do that at the most. Then she called or wasn't do passions, but here, the queen had to so Azaba, who may say, I wasn't the delay. The division. But I think, how's got the looking to Mutanka? That's why the Mutanka Baba did that. I was to Wala. So, Gashina, we are going to the one thing I make us do that. About Samaka, which are about you could say, I said to that. The idea, the Yaba, Kurkuman is that to get you. I said, okay, the book. The Korea, and the teaching one, Nigeria, and the teacher Iowa. I mean, Araba, the skin woman Russia, but skin Seattle. You must be why the guy is the real thinking. The one that I can jay at Allah be so worker. And you know, no,
I'm going to about the guest came. Yes. Talking about that issue, it has been for a while though. As the Niger State Governor Muhammad Morubago gave a 250 million naira reward to Awolu Salisu, a commercial tricycle that a Kekena Pep rider from Kano. Yes. It says he has really, the Niger State Governor Muhammad Morubago redeemed this promise of a 250 million naira gift to Awolu Salisu, a Kano-based commercial tricycle rider, in appreciation of his acts of honesty in returning a 15 million naira he found in his tricycle to the owners. Bago made the promise in March at the Leadership Annual Conference and Awards, where Awolu was announced as the newspaper's Outstanding Young Person of the Year 2023 for his rare act of honesty in returning the 15 million naira he found in his tricycle to the owners. Abago had promised Awolu 50 million naira scholarship each from him, President Bola Tinubu, ministers, APC Governors Forum, and Niger State government respectively, which he has now redeemed. Awolu also received a scholarship offer to the Abuja-based Bayes University up to PhD level from a fellow awardee and presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, during the Leadership Annual Conference Award. To ensure effective management of the cash gift from Governor Bago, a trustee comprising representatives from the Niger State government, leadership, the Sam Nda Isaiah Foundation, and Awolu's family has been constituted. Yes.
You see, I know. Let's establish one thing. I know the governor, the government, and all supporters of this government. We don't want to hear this story, but it has gone down into history. And one bad thing about history, it doesn't forgive or forget.
It's 2 years back and it's still coming back
it's
up.
Coming back. Do you know why this thing is surfacing?
Yes.
There was an event yesterday where Jokogi, a prolific writer, launched a book, and I think whether he realized 50 million naira. This is so somebody posted on Facebook, and there was a lot of shout here and there, and people begin to go into their archives, bring out some certain things. 250 million naira to non-indigenous of Niger State, who just found 50 million naira and return it, not from your own state. In your own state, you have problem. Pensioners are dying every day. Water board cannot pump water simply because they said what water board is consuming every month from AEDC is 200 million naira. Abubakar said on this platform, and it's not a system they can sustain. So you cannot give people water, but you can give a tricycle rider from Kano State who have no anything that has to do with us here as far as the governmental or whatever is concerned. 250 million naira. That's one out of it. There's many. This one.
Yes, and we have this one from one Mahmoud Babakolo on Facebook, saying Seriki Motor of Niger State gave out 2 SUVs at a birthday celebration to people who have contributed little or nothing to the development of the state. And hypocrite data boys remain silent even though it pained them also. But when someone who dedicated over 40 years to mentoring young people in literature received 50 million naira at his book launch, it suddenly became an issue simply because he refused to stay quiet in the face of destruction. Niger State data boys are criminals. Oga BM, rabonka ne kuma ka ci daidai, gaskiya kuma yanzu aka fara fadinta.
So you see, we are. I told you the psychophancy in Niger State, especially it's a very lucrative industry. All you need is just 1,500 data to go to Facebook. You can even use Facebook free Facebook self and start posting nonsense, despite the fact that you are feeling pain of what the certain individuals are doing, but because you needed something from this individual, you will have to praise him, even if that thing is biting you like mosquito in your bed. You still don't care. You want that money, that national cake, you want it shared. 250 million naira in a state where you have jobless youths roaming the streets. See, you can do a youth empowerment skill with 250 naira, and these individuals will continue to live a better life after the training, and they are going to have to be able to also help their individuals, their families. By the time you finish this training, they will contribute to the economy of the state. They will pay tax or whatever, whichever one you call it. So you're not giving an individual. See, I'm not saying it's wrong to give somebody, to reward somebody for doing good. It is good. But for now, know when your house is, is needing that thing that you are taking outside. And it's not even a small thing, it's big. 250 million. Mr. Apaya, you can train more than 200 people. Understand? Here in the state capital with that money. And you'll be gainfully employed. Give them starter packs and they will be able to do things.
Before you escape my radar.
Come on.
Let me correct one impression. You said there's nothing wrong in giving gifts. There are gifts that even religiously they are wrong.
Yes.
They are prohibited. They are not accepted even by God.
When your people are hungry,
in zaka ba da zakka ka fita garin ka kaje garin wani ka bayar ba zakka ka bayar ba, because there is a reason for you to give out that zakka. Wannan zakka zaka bayar na Allah ne, shiyan Allah ne. Aka ce ka raba mutane su a dai to can come up, when they come up dai to in san kai wani matsayi su ma su bayar. Ana so a rage talauci ne. You understand? So that is one. But number 2, let me tell you one thing about this till you say something. The SUV. You said to somebody who tell you didn't do anything. This is the same lawyer who stands in our own case. At that time, we were expecting the issue have come. Nobody was happy over it. But court is where you go to seek redress. We quickly rush to court in order to avoid any unforeseen circumstances. That is the first place because this is people's radio. Since the governor have said they should lock down the radio, people everybody is disturbed. Not we, everybody, not we alone. So we have to rush to court for court to protect us. The issue started generating. When the lawyer came in, they contemplate the idea of out of court settlement. We are all happy about it because in the first place we never want to drag the name of the governor and the state into the mood. But we only have to protect ourselves. When you just go out of the shore of Niger State to bring in a son, as if all the lawyers in Niger State have no any legal, prowess to deal with this issue. You went and bring a son outside, and the son, and there is this adage in my tribe, in our tribe, ade katagada katabo tuyo in an ce if zanin aiki ya jike ya daki ake shanya shi. If we are bring lawyers from within, there is a way we can talk it to ourselves because ansan juna. But since you bring layer from outside, you will definitely have to see how that case will be escalated
So
in order to have his own pay. He doesn't care about the image of the image of the governor, and not minding the fact that if he had brought lawyer from within,
we can talk to
the
each
lawyer knew that this Badeggi radio will work for the governor, campaign for the governor. So in the time in when you want to discuss peace pact, all those things we have to bring into consideration. Badeggi radio ko dauka ma gwamnati aiki ko ka taimaka ma gwamnati nan kai kuma gwamna ka manta akwai history an taimaka ma juna ha ba ka aja kunyata juna waje a shirya mana. But when you bring somebody from outside who is out to make his own fortune, what do you expect? Oh, the lawyer have to do something. The next thing he tell you that ba kai gwamna kotu gwamna da immunity wa ga maka. Akwai immunity ai yana da grade by grade na idan ka zo kana shugaba kace zaka taka mutum kuma doka ba ta yadda ba doka ta bai ka taka shi. So that's what happened now. So you bring somebody from outside and you do so, you have to pay him for his services. So don't say he didn't do anything. No, that two USVs has something.
Yeah.
Then again, we are still talking about this 250. That is one. Another one again, school of another university, private university in the state, forgetting Newgate.
Yes, Newgate University.
250 million naira.
Yes, 250 million naira.
And then
NYC, we had the golden age.
And today, your own medical students, cannot continue with their course in your state because of resources.
And they have to travel.
Anything in Kache laboratory, anything, all in it fall on issue of money with 250 million naira.
Let's put all the money together.
With 200 and all the money together, getting to a billion.
Yeah.
Can I get you cannot set that medical scientist? Can I?
Yes.
You mustn't take your now. You wouldn't have been taking your children to Shika, to Ebi Uzaya, Shika, to go and do.
Involved.
Of course. So all these things, please, we are not out to slander the government, but we are bringing this because it has happened. Kuma record ne wallahi baka isa ba tarihi ne.
We've not even asked the right question. We are not even asked the right question. From which pocket was this money?
You might be demanding for much. I'm serious.
It's holding them accountable for the resources.
Okay. Now look at what is happening in state.
Which money? From the government coffers or from the individual pockets?
This is why I say if you are saying that you demand too much, look at the drama in the state assembly. What happened yesterday?
Yes, they had to shut down the plenary and go into executive deliberate.
Please, what happened? Let Nigerians know.
I think we have the story. I don't know.
The story,
member representing Chanchaga.
So Nigerians can know what is happening.
Yes, member representing Chanchaga Kapi will start, I think, real emotion that the government, we cannot continue to appropriate funds for the government without explaining what they have actually done. So, yes, the executive need to tell the house what they have done because they say they should discontinue. They had an issue so much so that they have to go to executive session to deliberate on the issue. I think
what the member of Chanchaga local government did, I think is asking the right question. I was there during the budget presentation of ministries.
Right question at the wrong time.
Yeah, agencies and parastatals. Believe me, most of these high institution ministry don't get a damn from the budget. By the time you come to present, you say, okay, this is what we want to do in 2026. want to construct a lab, want to construct classrooms, want to do fencing and others for 2026. Then the screening committee will now ask you, okay, what did you do with the one they gave you last year? They will now say, the ministry or the agencies or the schools will now say, we were given nothing. How much did you budget last year? We just 250 million naira for all the things we want to do in our school. Then you will now be asked, what did you do? Believe me, they will tell you that they didn't. What is the percentage of implementation? They say they didn't get money. This is what higher institutions in Niger State are saying. We didn't do anything. Say why? Because they said our budget, they didn't give us money. You have budgeted 250 million. I've been given 20 million naira as overhead costs, but not giving money to do all this. So it is a high time, although they are just waking up, or somebody is just waking up to do that now, to ask what have you done with the money we have been appropriated to you. It's a right question. This is what they should have been doing from the beginning. If you see schools doing projects, it's probably the one they generated from their pockets or internally generated money that they did. Also, that's why Niger State, most of our institutions, you see them being built by TED Fund, but state government is actually doing little, very little to nothing. So Kabiru starts. I think this is the right time he needs the support actually of the people, or also members of the State House of Assembly.
Okay, but have you forgotten that this is come amidst about out of the 26 members in the State Assembly, only 12 gain their
yes.
yeah,
Okay, I think I have that story.
Yes.
As the Niger Assembly shuts down indefinitely over rift with state executive, says the Niger State House of Assembly has suspended its sitting indefinitely over unresolved issues with the state executive arm. Trouble started Tuesday when Chenchaga lawmaker Muhammad Abubakar Kabir Ustaz moved a motion to halt proceedings until the issues with the executive were resolved. He warned that history would judge them if they kept sweeping matters under the carpet, and said the House must not betray the legacy of past legislators. He was not allowed to list the issues publicly, as members agreed it should be discussed in executive session. The motion was seconded by Borgu Rep Abdurrahman Gambo. Lavon Rep Jibrin Ndagi Baba opposed it, arguing there was no reason to stop since plenary had begun. The debate turned rowdy, with most members insisting sitting could not continue. Speaking, Abdul Malik Serikindaji intervened. The Speaker, Abdul Malik Serikindaji intervened, urged maturity and respect, then put the motion to a vote. The majority voted to suspend plenary and move to executive session to deliberate on the issues before responding to the executive. It is worth noting that after the APC primaries, only 12 of the 26 APC lawmakers secured return tickets via the controversial consensus arrangement.
So now, what are we saying? Ordinarily, you will not be thinking, "Oh, it's okay. I'm getting back at you," sort of. But let's not throw away the bath water with the baby in it. That's their responsibility. They must hold the executive accountable for whatever penny they appropriate for the executive. I like it, and this is how the assembly should work. But let's forget the fact that maybe it's a payback time, or let me get back at you. Let's forget that. Let them do their job, and maybe it will make the executive arm to sit up and do the right thing. Maybe for the little time that we have left.
Okay, my take is that they say the punishment for to obey is sabotage. We all know what transpired during the primaries. Kabir was one of those victims who was openly asked to step down against his wish.
Yes.
For second time, and it was the governor who did that, and he is now coming against the governor. So the whole thing is just a karma. Yes, of course. If Kabir, are you telling me if Kabir Ustaz have gotten second time tickets, will he dare in the floor of the house and make that cause that drama? He will never do. He will not. And I'm challenging him to come and say the reason. What is the reason behind all this? Why are they sleeping? This is 3 years. Tell me one single oversight function they did that is they did only make attempt to do one and it become trouble. I was fortunate to be in one of those things when the chairman house committee on road construction
Abu Gumna?
Abu Gumna was scoring out of a sack function with Kabir, who's one of the member, and Sandy Black was with that team. And it was in one of the sites when the chairman was questioning one of the what was it called, the contractor, and he said 1 kilometer of road is worth 1 billion. He said it. 1 billion naira in Mina, in a flat terrain. You won't do any sign filling. A road that is there, an existing road, you are reconstructing. Already you have artwork, and 1 kilometer of road is costing you 1 billion naira. So they were there, and yes, Kabir asked questions, but do we see him coming in this floor of the house to condemn that? You understand? There are other things. After that, what other meaningful oversight function did they do? You understand? What bill have they legislated? Is it not him who sponsored that? No, that one is what
implication? What direct impact?
So, what is the drama that's happening today? I want to tell you, it's a karma. We are not happy over it. We are not happy that the executive is having its way, because borrowing money, execution contract, the way we are seeing in Niger State is unprecedented. We've never seen it before. So I what I'm seeing now, I begin to flash back to what the governor said when he took oath of office at trade fair, when he said it's not going to be business as usual, but business unusual.
Yes.
So this is unusual business we are seeing in Niger State. But you have the state assembly who's supposed to be a check and balance to the executive, but you don't check and balance them. Have they been able to account some of the money given to them? Is it not during the election period that they are seeking for election that a black member representing Kotokowa come and say that the governor will give them 75 million naira for 2 years, amounting to 150 million naira, that many of these members could not account for that money. What did you use the money for? So they've given this, you've sold your conscience, you've sold your mandate. Why should you come and speak it now?
All right, updates as it and Niger State Internal Revenue Service staff were arrested over alleged diversion of billions in Niger State. I think part of that issue Baba was discussing yesterday on the closure of Unity Bank. So 8 NSIRS staff have been arrested. As sources say, more staffs may be involved, but 8 are currently detained by SCID, that is the State Criminal Investigation Department, for questioning, while financial records are being audited to determine the full scale of the fraud. Investigations suggest a misappropriation has been ongoing for years, with senior officers allegedly among the beneficiaries. The suspect reportedly acquired luxury cars and multiple properties across the state. And police have approached Chief Magistrate Court 1 in Mina for further remand to complete investigations ahead of prosecutions. The suspect will be arraigned after the probe.
Yeah, the issue has been discussed on the ground. Now it has come to public domain, so everybody can now see what is happening in the state. State resources are being diverted by certain individuals, which I think the necessary action should be taken.
You see,
but they want the investigation, want them to name names. Understand? Want to know those who are involved in siphoning state resources, whoever they are. Want to know who they are.
No, if you say they know them now, because in this case,
the people money.
In this
we
case,
are the one paying the tax. We want to know who is siphoning our money.
In this case, we are talking about over 1 billion, close to 1.5 billion. I don't have the record, but it's with the tune of 1.5 billion naira, and so far so good from the figures we are getting. Not confirmed. Yes, it has been alleged that almost 800 million naira has been recovered.
Okay, beautiful one.
Because the governor has stood his ground that you must return these resources. Okay. And fortunately, they have the account details. Those monies, some of this money were domiciled in the accounts. So that's how they were able to freeze the account and recover the money. So they've been taken to court and they've been granted bail. Some of them, I think they have gotten bail, but we hope this issue will not be swept under the carpet because talakan Nigeria na ci wani hali talakan Nigeria
wanda ya biya harajin
but again talakan Nigeria na cikin wani hali, but it seems the presidency doesn't believe that. Before we play that video, because Mr. Bayo Ononuga is saying I don't see level of hunger Nigerians are complaining about. I have people working for me privately and I ask them questions about how they are surviving and adjusting. This government has increased minimum wage by more than 100%.
Please, I tell you to justify talakan na ci wani hali.
All right.
Maƙiyan talakan Najeriya kala uku ne. Kala na farko su ne gwamnoni da manya-manyan masu mulki waɗanda ke ɗauko 'yan uwa da abokan arziki da 'yan barada da 'yan banga su ɗora kan mukamai su hana talakawa su zaɓi mutumin kirki. Wannan share fagen da aka yi, akwai mutanen kirki masu ilimi, masu ƙima, masu waɗanda aka kyautata ma zaton kamanta adalci. Amma dukkansu kaɗan aka samu waɗanda suka shige firamare ɗin. Wato, waɗannan manyan mutanen musamman gwamnoni su ne manya-manyan maƙiya talakan Najeriya. Kuma ya kamata talaka ya ja burki. Duk mutumin da aka ɗauka aka ɗora ma talaka dole wanda ba talakawa ne suka zaɓe shi ba, to kamata ya talakawa ko shawara ka su yi su haɗa kai su kada duk wanda aka yi ƙarfa-ƙarfa a kansa. Duk wanda aka tilasta ma talaka mafita shi ne talaka ya kada shi. To gwamnoni da manyan 'yan siyasa waɗanda ke kawo 'yan uwa da abokan arziki su tursasa sai an zaɓar ma mutane shugabannin da ba su cancanta ba, su ne maƙiya na talakawa number one. Domin duk wanda ba talaka ya zaɓe shi ba ɗora shi an kai, to ba zai je a yi tunanin ya je ma talaka adalci ba.
That's you know, an insight there talking about the
poor man in Nigeria.
Yes,
the enemy, the number one enemy of
Nigerians,
Nigerian masses.
So, and looking at what we just saw before the video clips, that is from Bayo Onanuga, talking about he has not seen the level of hunger Nigerians are complaining about.
Now you elect Bayo Onanuga to become the spokesperson of the president. You know, Bayo Onanuga is just appointee of the president to be his mouthpiece. So directly or indirectly, you are saying that Bayo Onanuga is speaking the voice of the president, the person you vote. So it all depends on how you do the interpretation. Bayo Onanuga is the president. Because he is speaking for the president, the president you elected, and because of a lot of issues that the president have to attend to, he decided to now appoint somebody that would be speaking to you, so that while he's speaking, he'll be working in the background. So Bayo Onanuga, it's as simple as Tinubu is speaking to us. So is it the type of people you vote in? And compared to, I mean, when you want to, draw analogy to what this man just said, that the biggest enemy of the masses, of the poor, are the governors. Again, one of the biggest enemy is the people they impose on you. That is what we are seeing now, with all due respect, in the APC.
Yes, primaries.
Primaries have shown, if you think we are baselessly accusing you, go to a party secretariat from state to even the national. We have had a protest, Niger State, for the very first time in the history of Niger State. After primaries, they go to Abuja and protest openly. It has never happened since the return of democracy in 1999. No any government have suffered a protest, leaving the shore of the state to go to Abuja. So this is to tell you, all the people they impose on them themselves, the APC, they are not happy about it. And it has led to some losing some of their faithful. They've lost Rabiu Daban, one of the critical stakeholder politically in the Niger South Zone A. He has built bridges, he has built foundation, he have a lot of followers, and he has left the APC today to join the NDC because of injustice. So if you now begin to impose people that people don't want, you are now going to be one of the enemy of the people. So that is exactly what is happening now.
Yes, and according if look at what Bayo Onanuga said about the poverty or whatever he talked about. If you look at it, he said he has people that he employed privately. So if you are employed by Onanuga, I think you should be getting more than minimum wage, right? Whatever you are getting for him, it should be more than minimum wage. So how do you expect these individuals to be the representation of the whole country? Because you employ, let's say he has 15 to 20 people under his employment. So these people represent hundreds of Nigerians. You are not using their living standard and comparing with 250 million Nigerians.
So you see, in addition of enemies of the masses, imposition of people don't want. For instance, the recent election primaries in the Niger South, because it has been the point of reference and it will continue to be for a very long time. You see how people trying to appreciate those who have actually come to their aid in terms of needs. For instance, somebody like Mama Nemi,
Yes.
one of the bridge builders, not only in the states, in the country, but let's narrow it down to the Niger South. What the Mama Nemi have been able to do for his people, and his people want to pay Nemi for his kind gesture, and entrust their mandate in him, believing that for what he has done during his days as FRS boss, if you have more opportunity, you will do more for them. People presented Nemi to be their candidate, to be their senator in the forthcoming election. But openly and blatantly, the government rejected. They came off with deliberate attempt to frustrate the effort of the people. And you can see people who are now rejecting whatsoever they are bringing to them. People never rejected Nemi. They want him, they love him, they want to pay him for what he has done to them, and they equally want to give him more commitment to go and do what he has done in the FRA, to replicate it. When we were fortunate to be at his consultation rally, and he was saying some of the things he did, because these are some of the days that you give us stewardship.
You have to.
The construction of Lambata to Lapai to Agaye to Nemi to Vietnam, that the one you have seen was done by him. President Buhari only approved the project, but Nemi, because as a FRS boss, as civilian governor, any generation, there are some leverage you have to do some certain project.
Yes.
You understand? He now utilized that privilege given to him to bring it down to his people. So he constructed that road to make sure affairs was being available to do the construction from Lapai to the point you see now, go down to Nemi.
The good road there.
Taking to Agay before his tenure elapses and before they remove him from power. You understand? And people from Mokwa can testify to the fact that the Tatabu Bridge and other things, he did it. So you tell me the person who did this, and look at some of the appointment he have been able to make sure that appointments come down to the state, that federal character, and they enjoy it without they are selling appointment now. Well, that one they didn't sell it. Many
free.
people who got appointment can testify to the fact that they gave it to them free of charge, courtesy of Nemi. So how can you tell me somebody who did this out of within short period of time will be rejected by the people? Nemi was never being rejected, but they rejected him, and I don't know. They are going to see the result for rejecting the people's choice, the people's popular demand.
Definitely.
They will see the result.
Definitely, it has a repercussion. All right, let's quickly go over and hear the callers calling in this morning. Let's hear your contribution by dialing 09138579001. That's the number to dial this morning, so you can air your view. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Yes, what's your
How
name?
are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, you are talking to Hassan Ibrahim Kati
All right.
from Small London.
All right, go ahead.
You are talking of this man that the government gives him money for the award of the money he returned to the honor.
Yes.
You see, whatever, anyhow you become in the world, only believers, you will become. Because God has already signed that this man will get this money from our governor. So we Niger State, the Niger State people, they should not be against him while government gives him that money. You know, it's an individual of another state.
Dead. Or it's what I'm
It's
saying.
a wrong reward.
It's a wrong reward.
It's a wrong reward. Don't
15
waste
million,
time.
and then you're not giving 250 million naira.
Mr.
Come on.
Jumba, don't
Come on.
waste time. Have that
All right,
money
let's go.
appropriated for? Is he coming from personal pocket?
That is it. That is it. Accountable.
Let's move on.
All right, we have Umar Azmi from Facebook saying if your anger is aimed at the powerless instead of the powerful, someone has successfully deceived you. When big thieves are stealing your resources and setting you into multidimensional poverty, instead of showing anger towards them, you are you throw praises, accolades, and pray for them. Allah ikiyaye. Amin. Good morning.
Hello, Eji. Good morning, Usman Aka. I greet all of you for a job well done always.
Good morning. Welcome.
Usman Aka, this money the governor is donating to all these individuals, we are not happy about that. They could have utilized this money to pay pensioners. Even if the government is setting aside 20 million as like million or 500 million, on a monthly basis, by now they could have settled a lot of pensioners. 450 million is not small money. We Nigerians, we are not happy and we are not on the same page with Mr. Governor. Donating money for different individuals. They should utilize those money to pay pensioners now. Pensioners are dying on the frustration on a daily basis. Where are we heading to? And coming back to Bias on Anuga, that Nigerians are not suffering. He is saying in the villa, did you know the kind of suffering Nigerians are suffering? When Nigerians are dying on frustration, Nigerians are dying on a daily basis, insecurity everywhere, ravaging the country entirely. It's very, very unfortunate for a kind of statement should be coming from the spokesman or Mr. President. Where are we heading to?
Okay.
Allah continue to rescue us. That's my...
Jumba, while we're here discussing, do you know that now Lakurawa are now in Moshogu local government area of Niger State?
Up till now.
They've gathered people with sophisticated arms, weapons. They now say they are preaching to them.
Yes. And it has been
We are just here. This Moshogu here.
Moshogu.
Talking about resources that can be used to support the security,
Yes.
air component and other things to come on.
We also have displaced people who are.
We don't have time. Maybe probably tomorrow because of time.
Yes.
We'll play this thing that is coming from Meshogu.
All right. Also, let's go over to the Facebook. Ibrahim Saleh, a very good morning to you all. Happy International Day of Women in Diplomacy. Flooding is not merely a natural event. It often results from human actions or poor urban planning, blocked drainage, deforestation, wetland destruction, and unregulated construction increase runoff and reduce water absorption. Climate change driven by emission intensifies rainfall and sea level rise. Effective prevention requires sustainable land use and restore ecosystem, enforce building codes, responsible waste management, and climate mitigation. All right, that's all we can take that coming from Ibrahim Saleh. We had this one say, good morning, Badeggi Radio. Umar asked me, saying, Rarara is just a glorified donkey who act like one. All right, that's your opinion there. We also have this one coming from Baba Ali saying, Assalamu alaikum, Badeggi Radio Station. We are proud of you. Continue with your good work as usual. All right, thank you. Umar Abdul Jalil saying, good morning, gentlemen in the studio. Niger State Internal Revenue Services staff have been arrested for diverting billions of naira when our retirees are dying without being paid, when our hospitals are in a state of comatose, when the issue of water scarcity cannot be appropriately handled. May Allah guide our leaders to do the needful for their masses. Amin. Kotashi Lafia. We have this one coming from Comrade Ghana Jibrin Twachiko saying, good morning. I'm watching you live from the studio right now in Kaduna State of Nigeria. And keep doing the good job. All right, thank you, Jibrin Twachiko. Mariam Hassan Ribat saying, good morning all. Jamil, okay, we have this one coming for that. Jamil Abba saying, good morning, gentlemen in the studio. May Allah guide our leaders to do the needful for their masses. Bala Benue Tugay saying good morning, all listeners. In the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, as amended, is a major reason we have issues in Nigeria. Why should the president have such enormous power as to appoint the chief judge and also have the power to appoint the INEC chairman? These appointments ought to be by separate bodies. Do you expect an appointee of a government to do contrary to what the government instructed to do? All right, thank you, Bola. It's Benue Tugay. Hello, good morning. Oh, we are running out of time. Dr. Jabi.
Congratulate you for the work well done. Yes.
Yes, we are out of time. It's unfortunate.
Okay. I just want to say that the issue of money of 250 million being given to a singer in Kanu is not justifiable. It's wrong under the law. I hope the EFCC and ICPC are watching at this procedure.
All right.
So that is very important. I will have better time to come and ventilate on a lot of national issues.
Yes.
Thank God I'm back.
All right. Thank you. Welcome back, welcome back, Dr. Jabi. Mr. Apaya, this is where we will have to draw the curtain this morning.
Our heart is prayers going to people of Meshogu. Zugumawa, where Lakura have now went to the town with very heavy arms and ammunition, and they said they are preaching for the people.
So our prayers with the people of
Zugurma, Meshogu. We hope the government will go and do something very quickly.
All right, thank you so much, listener. This is where we come to the end of the program. Have a very productive day. Good morning.